There is an old Nyala saying, Sonyala okaira ihabi, aundi oichelebie sa. In English, it simply means, you can't stop one's destiny, you can only delay it. That is the story of Budalangi.
For a very long time, Budalang'i constituency has been profiled, presented to the world as a place with some truly monumental challenges, specifically the phenomenon of flooding. Indeed, it's true that for quite a long while, floods have been a major challenge here, a challenge that has placed the entire spectrum of human activities at risk, including human life itself. And for a long time, annual flooding, when the waters of the Nzoia break the banks of the river and spread into homes,
Budalangi, a story of a people determined, patient, and endured towards a goal of prosperity. For a very long time, Budalangi has been a synonym for floods. While that is true, it is also true that there is much more to this frontier constituency in Busia County that has not been shared with the world. Budalangi is slowly but surely taking its position as one of the homes of a rich culture. A place blessed with the most beautiful natural resources. The fertile, vast tracts of land lie fallow, waiting to be turned into huge cash crop farms. The scenic Lakeview landscape would make the best getaway holiday destination.
Unknown to many people, the percentage of the flood plains in Budalangi cannot even be 10% of the landmass of this area. Many people do not know, for instance, that Budalangi is endowed with highlands. It is endowed with beautiful hills. It is endowed with many areas that have never experienced a drop of flooding. There are many people who are born, grow up, grow old, and die without ever having seen a flood in this Budalangi. And so it's not true that Budalangi is defined by floods. That is an image that is wrong. It is an image that is erroneous, and definitely a very misleading profile. And so this whole process of rebranding Budalangi and just telling the right story of Budalangi is not about spin. We are not spinning. We are not telling the world what does not exist. We are actually telling the world that this is what Budalangi actually is.
Budalangi is surrounded by the biggest water mass in Busia County, with exotic and mystic islands dotting the lake. From the rolling hills, endless acres of rice fields, a large water mass, and picturesque landscapes, to singing birds and old griots. This is the home to some of Kenya's greatest personalities and achievers. This is the home of the Kenyan British potter, Professor Magdalene Odundo Namaya, the home of Professor Kaliotas Juma of Harvard University, Professor Fulbert Namwamba of Southern University, USA, also calls it home. This is where you can sing your heart out to the beats of Benga by the great son of the soil, Jamnazi. Professionalism is in the heart of Budalangi, with renowned Al Jazeera journalist Yvonne Dege and poet and linguist extraordinaire John Sibiokumu calling Budalangi home.
We have made some very heavy investments with the support of government of the Republic of Kenya, with the investment from the Constituency Development Fund, and even development partners at various levels. We have heavily invested in our singular determination to find a lasting solution to the menace, to the challenge, to the risk of flooding in this place. Dikes have been constructed, old ones have been repaired and fortified. The river has been drained. The Sango Delta, the point at which River Nzoia pours its water into Lake Victoria, has been cleaned up, cleared through desiltation. All this has been part of a cocktail of efforts intended to secure our land against the threat of floods. We have also gone technological or digital, as it were. We have invested in a digital monitoring system that is located around the Rwamba Bridge on the banks of River Nzoia. That digital monitoring system has the capacity to give minute-by-minute updates on the levels of water within the river channel, which is detected, sends a signal to monitoring computers at a central point in Nairobi, and that can also be picked up by the disaster monitoring and response unit based right here within Budalangi.
Budalangi can only rise and rise. Yes, Budalangi has risen from the floods, and the always floody land has been replaced with the best infrastructure, green scenery, agribusiness, schools, hotels, and many more tourist attractions. Budalangi is the destination for quiet development, conferencing, and strategic retreats in Busia County. It is the constituency blessed with the most natural resources in Busia County. Under the great, youthful and visionary leadership of Honorable Ababu Taufik Namwamba, the future can only be brighter. Construction of roads is underway, with access roads into deeper Budalangi already up and running. Running parallel with roads is electricity. Rural Budalangi is already lighting up, and this is going to ensure growth in industry and modern living. Also having produced a sizable number of academicians and professors, it was only natural that Budalang'i should have an institution of higher learning. The leadership has lobbied and managed to negotiate the building of Budalang'i's campus of the Masinda Muliro University at Mundere. The flooding lands are now acres upon acres of rice plantations and other food crops. Budalang'i is feeding itself and the nation at large. Fishing and its assorted industries stands as a huge investment opportunity, especially with the vast water mass and good roads all the way to Kisumu Airport. What Budalang'i needs are partners to help exploit these opportunities and help transform all these God-given natural resources for the prosperity of all. Budalang'i is an investor's dream, virgin and eternally rich in natural beauty. Hotels and hospitality industry, fisheries and agriculture, education and housing, trade and transport. All would thrive because the market stretches beyond the county, beyond the nation, and into the international realm. The heavens of Budalang'i have opened. The rains are here, and it will rain hard, only that this time it won't flood with water. It will flood with opportunities. Come, rise with us. Budalang'i is rising.